What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 3. Now, last time we left off, we had just went after the Cerberus lab, and come to find out, we're coming face to face with a Prothean, who is potentially alive, which is crazy. Definitely expected another fight, but...
I'm transmitting the signal.
Perfect. It'll take a few moments for the life pod to process it.
Lots of bogeys inbound, Commander. We'll have to hold this position.
Alright, let's do this. Hit him with that, and hit him with the overload. Okay, we got a Guardian. That's easy money with Liara. Let's incinerate him. Let's incinerate you. What we got over here? Finish him with that. Singularity on this Guardian. I definitely feel like we're getting the hang of combat in this one, which is nice. Just really liking my I don't know, man. I'm really liking these abilities. I'm liking my damage abilities. Okay, now they're getting smarter. They're going into the buildings. Nice hit there. Get a warp. Perfect. Oh, he dodged it. Wow. Okay. Getting fancy with it, I see.
Looks like we've got a second to catch our breath.
Wish my corner man was here. I could use an ice pack.
Has the life pod ended stasis mode?
We're almost there!
If anybody's low, there's a Cerberus supply cache in the building next door.
I can lay down a singularity to block enemy access.
A cache in here. Did they just say a heavy mech? Oh! Oh! Wow, that overload did 1 damage to its shields. Okay. And James is down. It's not super awesome. How about hacking it? Oh, no way. Nice. We can use Singularity, but I don't think that does really any damage. Let's finish him off. Oh no. Alright, this guy's gotta go. And that mech cannot flank us. Liara's down. Can we get this while we're in cover? Hey, that works. We'll take it. Dude, this mech is no joke. Alright, we gotta use a... yeah. Let's just heal. Let's play it smart. Okay. Alright, now we should be able to do some damage. Let's do a combat drone, see if it can distract it. I don't know if that's doing anything. We use some nades here. Okay, those nades are doing decent. Can we finish this? Wow.
There.
Can we? My goodness. That was wild. Dude, those mechs are scary. See what happens.
There, you've got it. Goddess.
I thought the Proteans had the tentacles.
It may take him some time to fully regain consciousness.
He gonna regain it right away.
Be careful, he's confused. Remember, it's been 50,000 years for us, but for him, it's only been...
A few minutes!
No. The bunker is falling. There is no other option.
There are pods online! Those soldiers are still alive!
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire. Preparing neutron bombardment. Get to your life pod now. Neutron bombardment underway. The bunker is secure. Commander traffic.
What is left of it? A few hundred people. How am I to rebuild an empire from that?
Further adjustments may be necessary. The neutron purge compromised the facility.
Clarify.
Sensors are damaged. Automated reactivation is not an option. You'll remain in stasis until a new culture discovers this bunker. This may lead to a power shortage.
Do not shut off more pods! I need the few that are left!
Power needs will be triaged appropriately. You will be the voice of our people.
I will be more than that.
Wow. It's a lot of pressure.
How many others?
Just you. You can understand me?
Yes. Now that I have read your physiology, your nervous system, enough to understand your language.
So you were reading me while I was seeing...
Our last moments. Our failure.
Your people did everything they could. They never gave up. And I could use some of that commitment now.
Shepard, whatever you did got Cerberus interested.
Asari. Human. I'm surrounded by primitives.
It's not safe here. Will you join us?
You fight the Reapers?
Yes.
Then we will see.
Oh.
A living Prothean.
That's correct, Admiral. But he's not quite what we expected.
Commander, our scientists barely understand what they need to do here. If the Prothean can help us construct this device, we need his cooperation.
Understood, Admiral.
We're losing colonies faster than we can evacuate. We've never seen a force like the Reapers.
He has, Admiral.
Can he help us?
I intend to find out.
Good. Cerberus slipped up and gave us a new weapon. Don't let it go to waste. Hack it out.
Wow.
Shepard, I need you down in the port cargo hold. It's about our new guest.
I'm on my way. What's the problem?
I've tried to make the room more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Apologies, Doctor. Contact protocol with a new species. Assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
But he's not new. I've spent my life studying Protheans.
At ease. I don't think our guest will be a problem. Will he?
That depends on you. I can sense fear in you, anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
What do you mean, you sense?
All life provides clues for those who can read them. It is in your cells, your DNA. Experience is a biological marker.
Then what exactly did I experience back on Eden Prime? That was a hell of a flashback.
The battle left its own mark on me. I communicated this to you. It can work both ways.
Like your beacons.
Yes. Which... You found one. You saw it all. Our destruction, our warnings. Why weren't they heeded? Why didn't you prepare for the Reapers, human?
It's Commander. And nobody could understand your warnings. The beacon nearly killed me.
Then communication is still primitive in this cycle.
We pieced together what we could, and used it to stop a Reaper invasion 3 years ago.
Then the extinction was delayed.
Now we have your plans for the device. We're going to build it.
Device?
The weapon your people were working on. I'd hoped you could tell us how to finish it.
We never finished it. It was too late.
Then I take it you don't know anything about the catalyst?
No. I was a soldier, not a scientist. Skilled in one art, killing.
What was your mission?
Among my people, there were avatars of many traits. Bravery, strength, cunning. A single exemplar for each.
Which are you?
The embodiment of vengeance. I am the anger of a dead people. demanding blood be spilled for the blood we lost. Only when the last Reaper has been destroyed will my purpose be fulfilled. I have no other reason to exist. Those who share my purpose become allies. Those who do not become casualties.
Nothing in our fight against the Reapers has been that cut and dried.
Because you still have hope that this war will end with your honor intact.
I do.
Stand in the ashes of 1 trillion dead souls and ask the ghosts if honor matters. This silence is your answer.
We found this at the dig site. I assume it belongs to you.
It is a memory shard.
Could it help us with the device?
No, it contains only pain. But I will help you fight. And the last thing the Reapers hear before they die will be the last voice of the Protheans, sending them to their grave.
If you don't mind, I have a few more questions I'd like to ask.
Here it comes.
I've written over a dozen studies on your species. I've published in several journals that...
Amusing. Asari have finally mastered writing.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. What do you wish to know?
Is there anything more you can tell us about this device your people were trying to build?
We heard only stories. They said our scientists were constructing a great machine that had the power to defeat the Reapers.
You never saw it?
By that point, the Empire was smashed into pieces. None of us knew what the others were doing.
Well, if we don't finish it soon, the same will be true of us.
We've never seen a species with this sensory ability you have.
It was common among my people, imparting experience through touch, the chemistry of life. Complicated ideas could be absorbed in seconds.
That sounds very useful.
We evolved as hunters. Reading 1,000 details in our environment ensured our survival.
I'm beginning to understand the beacons a bit more.
Later, we developed technology to harness our ability. Information could be stored in certain objects through touch. Memory has its own biomarker, its own chemistry, as do knowledge and skills. The beacons could remember these things.
Things like Reaper invasions.
Yes, I can still sense the turmoil in you, witnessing the extinction of our empire. The fabric of your being was forever marked that day.
So could you read something about this room?
There was liquid, a form of incubation. The DNA of a Krogan who lived here. He was powerful, prone to violence.
Grunt.
I'm impressed. His name was Grunt.
And if he were my enemy, I would have given him a wide berth. There is great strength in his genes.
Liara here would never forgive me if I didn't ask you. What was Prothean civilization like?
Yes, I've always wondered. What sort of government did you have, and can you tell me about your religious beliefs, or perhaps the...
We are dead now. What does it matter?
I'm sorry. Studying your history has been a lifelong passion of mine.
When I was born, our empire was already at war with the Reapers. The first thing I remember was seeing my planet on fire.
Jeez.
What was your civilization like before the Reaper attack?
We were the dominant race of our cycle. We ruled the galaxy.
My studies indicated you were the only race engaged in space travel at the time. I always found that curious.
We were one empire composed of many subjects. All eventually called themselves Prothean.
Oh.
What if they didn't want to?
They weren't given a choice.
Are you saying you enslaved the other species?
Any could oppose us if they wished. And if they had won, they would have ruled. Many tried. None succeeded.
I had no idea Protheans were so... severe.
It was by necessity. Very early we encountered the dangers posed by machine intelligence. They rebelled against us.
We've had the same problem. They're called Geth.
We could not allow the machines to surpass us. It was decided the only way to win was to unite all organic life within our empire.
Did it work?
For a time, the Metacon War, we were turning the tide until the Reapers arrived. Then we understood machines had surpassed us long ago in ways we could never imagine.
Back on Eden Prime, it looked like there were other stasis pods. What happened?
The Empire had fallen, and we knew our cycle was lost. We were the final vanguard, the best soldiers left alive.
So more of you were supposed to survive into this cycle?
Yes. Under my leadership, a new Prothean empire would have arisen. We would have commanded the races of your time to prepare for the next Reaper invasion. But traitors within our ranks, indoctrinated agents, betrayed us, and the Reapers discovered our plan.
Wow.
Just out of curiosity, how would you have commanded us?
By leaving you no other option. You would have joined our army, or faced the Reapers alone.
We've uncovered quite a few Prothean ruins. Were you observing our ancestors?
Before the war, we cultivated species who showed potential. Eventually, you would have been offered a choice to join the Empire. But when the Reapers attacked, we ceased all study. We hoped they would see you as too primitive to harvest.
Well, thank you. I think.
Interesting.
What can you tell us about your own war with the Reapers?
Many of the details were lost. The conflict lasted for centuries. Those that faced the Reapers in the beginning were long dead when I was born. There were memory shards, however, passed down from soldier to soldier. They gave us fragments of what happened.
Several years ago, we found a Prothean VI that called itself Vigil on the planet Ilos. He was the caretaker of a research project. During my life, Ilos was only a rumor. It was said we had cities there, built on the ruins of a civilization before us, the Inusanon. If our scientists did have a research facility, whatever they were doing was secret.
Yes, Vigil said they wiped all traces of themselves from the records so the Reapers couldn't find them.
The scientists eventually went into cryogenic stasis.
More of my people survived?
No, but they did stop the Reapers from taking control of the Citadel in this cycle. It delayed their invasion.
I never saw the Citadel. It was captured long before I was born.
So the tentacle people were the race before the Protheans.
Why do you think your own cycle lost the war?
What had been our strength, our empire, became a liability. All races conformed to one doctrine, one strategy. The Reapers exploited this. Once they found our weaknesses, we could not adapt. The subservient races became divided and confused. Then, it was only a matter of time.
I'm happy to say our cycle is different. Most races cooperate, but they still remain unique.
Then it may be your only hope.
How did your people wage war against the Reapers?
Attrition. We fought them system by system, planet by planet, city by city. Entire worlds were sacrificed just to slow the Reapers down. Time they spent harvesting a population was time we could regroup.
That must have cost you in the long run.
Yes. Our own people would be indoctrinated, converted, then turned against us. But there was no choice. Mercy is not a weapon. It is a weakness.
Okay.
Thank you for talking with me. I never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
This has been amusing.
Oh?
To discover the most primitive races of my time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved.
I believe they're amphibian.
They used to eat flies.
Very cool.
Commander, you may count on me. I am known as Javik, though I still need time to recover. The shock has not worn off yet.
I understand. This must be a hell of an experience for you. We're just glad to have you aboard, Javik.
Wow. Okay. Javik is taking Grunt's place. Very cool. Particle rifle. Okay, new weapon.
So much has been lost. So much has changed. And yet the Reapers are still here.
Dude, what's up with these tables that look like water? I want to know what he's doing in here. It's kind of cool. Alright, let's look at our missions. So we gotta go to the Citadel. And we gotta find the Shrike Abyssal Prothean Obelisk. I have no idea how to find that. We're on deck 4. I don't remember where anybody's at.
Seen our newest crew member?
You mean the biggest story in 50,000 years that I can in no way talk about?
So you have seen him. Just wondering.
You know, in the old days, they didn't have automat on cameras. Reporters had to cake on the makeup.
Okay. She has nothing new to say. If I'm not mistaken, nobody's down here. Jack's old resting spot. Wonder if we're gonna fill all the parts of the ship again. I would assume so. Good old tally.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Sounds good. Alright, let's see if, like, James has anything to say.
Don't you dare. They're everywhere. You just get taken too. I can't just sit here doing nothing. Stay with me. Run. Get out of there. You could make it. No, I can't, Steve. But you can. Promise me. I love you. But I know you. Don't make me an anchor. Promise me, Steve. No, don't.
Wow, that's tough. Okay.
Don't you dare. They're everywhere. You just get taken too. I can't just sit here doing nothing.
Let's try the new stuff. Particle rifle. This weight is crazy. Capacity, fire rate, less damage. Better than everything else though. I mean, we gotta try it, right? Heavy pistol. Do we drop the machine pistol? It's only 25. Heavy pistol brings us to 80. We could try this. I might try it that way.
Promise me. I love you.
Serta supplies, nothing. We have 73,000 now.
No, don't.
Inferno armor, new sniper rifle, model ships,
Don't you dare.
weapon upgrades, improved weapon damage, ammo capacity, and weight. But these are for specific weapons, so I think I want to save my money for now. Let's see if James has anything to say.
Hey again. What's up?
Oh.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
Okay.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
That's fine. Understandable.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
Okay.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'll go to his head.
Cool.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Nice, nice, nice. Alrighty. Check in with the crew. Maybe we can do some scans at the, where the Citadel's at. It bothers me that nobody has conversations in here. I wonder if we'll get people back. Like, I wonder if any of our old squad will come back and join us.
The private messages terminal has new correspondence.
Upgrades. Shield 5%. That's it? Oh, is that what we have active? Could be. Prothean notes 2186 entry 1. The things that this Prothean must have seen. If they had the technology to preserve someone for over 50,000 years, no wonder they were capable of building things like the device on Mars. I must give him time to get his bearings, but goddess, when will we get another chance to learn so much about their civilization? Attached notes on Protheans. I thought we did get an upgrade. I guess not.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
Okay.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
So when are we gonna get more on this robot lady that we took? The Cerberus robot who nearly killed Kaidan. And when can we get Kaidan back?
How are you, Commander?
Doing great. Chakwas. Like, there's nothing we can do here. Like, there's no interaction. Reassign power bonuses, reassign powers. That's our respecking. Yeah, I thought it said in the med bay, like, we could get another upgrade. I'm making that up? Alright.
You may want to check in on shuttle pilot Cortez down in the armory.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't talk to him, did we?
Don't I love you, but I know you. No,
Aw.
don't.
Commander. Sorry. Didn't see you there. This is a recording from Ferris Fields. Months ago. I lost a lot of friends that day. I lost my husband. I grieved. Said goodbye, made my peace.
You were talking to him when the collectors hit?
I was organizing construction at a remote station a few clicks south of the main colony. Robert managed to get outside of the field the collectors put up. Instead of running, he called me.
I'm sorry for your loss. He obviously cared a lot about you.
He was afraid I wouldn't let go. But for him, I moved on. Or at least I thought I had. Then the invasion hits, there's no time. And the one thing I grab is this. I mean, what's the point of moving on with your life when everything is going to hell?
Start thinking that way and we've already lost.
Yeah, you're right, but... well, to be honest, I've never felt as alone as I do right now.
You're not alone, Steve. I'm here, anytime you need me.
I appreciate that, Shepard, I really do. But don't worry, Commander. When I'm in that pilot seat, I'm there 100%. I won't fail you. It's just the downtime between missions that's hard, you know?
I know.
Okay. Good little check-in on him, get some Paragon. I want to check the war room and see how much progress we've made.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
New article on Eden Prime. Alliance News Network information partners. Alliance officials confirm a local resistance movement has successfully pushed Cerberus forces off Eden Prime. Cerberus attacked Eden Prime for reasons that remain unclear and set up facilities to occupy the colony. But after constant attacks from a united populace, Cerberus troops retreated. Alliance officials are sending in evacuation transports now to get colonists off-world before Reaper forces reach the colony. We owe this victory to the Alliance, Resistance leader Edward Crabb said in a prepared statement. The thought of Eden Prime have always been ready to fight, or the people, but Alliance Intel gave us the tools we needed to push those Cerberus bastards off our planet. Many Resistance fighters have said they plan to enlist to support Alliance. Nice.
See defeat from Caliban? It's brutal. I'm amazed the Turians are holding. They're very strong way when things get ugly. I'll give them that.
Oh, jeez. So that must be, I'm assuming that's where we're going. So we were at 570. We're at 770. Eden Prime support. Eden Prime is an agrarian world producing millions of tons of food that is sold to less arable planets. The Alliance has set up supply lines from this colony to funnel excess provisions to its troops. A few researchers who studied Prothean technology on Eden Prime avoided capture by Cerberus. They forwarded copies of their work to the Alliance, hoping it can help build the Prothean device found Mars. Although its military defenses were seriously damaged by the Cerberus invasion, Eden Prime's remaining government has loaned the Alliance several Athabasca-class supply freighters. Eden Prime's colonists drove Cerberus away from their system entirely. With its shipping lane secure, the colony is sending out as many supplies and equipment as it can spare. Plus 100, nice. The Crucible. Javelin missile launchers. Developed by the Alliance, Javelin missiles release dark energy upon impact. This creates devastating space-time disruptions, magnified warp fields that strip away a target's molecular bonds. Even the strongest kinetic barriers will eventually collapse after multiple impacts from these rockets. Alliance Research and Development commandeered several colony factories and now produces enough Javelin missile launchers for all dreadnoughts in the Allied fleet. Very cool. Okay, well I think it's time to get going. I'd like to try and find this thing, this, what is it, a Prothean artifact or something? You have anything to say?
Those poor colonists on Eden Prime. First the Geth attack, now Cerberus.
I know.
For what it's worth, our new crew member doesn't need a translator himself, but he shared a Prothean language tutorial program. It was apparently designed for servant races being inducted into the Empire. Charming cultural clue.
Agreed. Alright, let's go head to the Citadel and maybe we'll find stuff there. We should have stuff to scan here though, no?
I found something.
Here we go. Wreckage, 200 units of fuel. Cool. Something on the planet, Zion. Zion is a hydrogen-helium gas giant even larger than Jupiter. Despite its deep gravity well and lethal radiation, it supports a small helium-3 mining industry. The reason is simple. As the only gas giant in the Utopia system, it is the only local source of fuel for Eden Prime's power stations and spaceports. Zion has 112 natural satellites ranging from orbiting asteroids to the moon of Asphodel, which is large enough to retain a thick atmosphere. Dude, I hate how this goes so slow. What do we get? Prothean data files. Nice. Anything to help the war effort, for sure. It says 100% assets recovered. So I would assume that there's nothing left. Yeah, I think so. Alright, where can we find... Like, do we go back to the Citadel? Is that where we're going? To scan? If we can't find this thing, we'll figure out who can use the Metagel. There's nothing here. Let's just enter orbit and maybe we'll find it. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and it's a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. I don't know if we read that before.
We are transferring your docking clearance to an Alliance official.
Figures. Finally back in action, the Alliance already wants us tagged and collared.
Just our way of welcoming you back, Flight Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting docking permission?
Docking permission granted. Would you like private transport arranged?
Hospital.
I need to get to the hospital.
Yes, Commander.
Can we check on Kaidan again? What's up with that? But also, I'm assuming... Journal, Citadel Alien Metagel Formula. Find someone on the Citadel who can use it. I would assume that's here. Is this the shop?
Welcome to Serta.
Yes.
Thank you for shopping.
So, the nurse tells me you've refused to bathe and you only want to talk to another Asari.
Yes. Can I have a gun?
I'm sorry, no.
Maybe I could be transferred to another hospital then. Someplace unsecured. I could have a gun then, right? And no humans. Wherever you transfer me, it shouldn't have humans.
The humans are our allies. You don't trust them?
No, it's not that. How are my eyes? What color are they right now?
Maybe you could tell me what happened.
Okay.
Hello again, Commander. Here to see our patient?
How is Kaidan doing?
The head trauma was severe, but we reduced the swelling quickly. These types of injury can go either way. He hasn't regained consciousness yet, but his vitals are strong, so I'm optimistic. You can go see him if you like. He's just down the hall.
Okay.
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
This has got to be here, right? Okay, nobody here. Nobody to talk to in here. So who can use this upgrade?
Yes, but clone tissue replacement takes months. You'll need a prosthetic.
Oh no.
Oh, he gets his leg back.
Talking to our resident psychiatrist before the operation.
It's not anybody in here, is it? Because it's for other species. Oh, we can't even go in now. Okay. So it's in the embassies where somebody can use this? Seems odd.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. One moment, please.
Guess we'll see.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
The
Oh, it's James.
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here? With the elite of the galaxy?
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but...
But?
You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
Okay. We can't go to any of the lower levels yet, though, right? Dude, where can we use this? Is it because we haven't opened up, like, different areas of the ship yet? Or the Citadel? Must be. It's not Commander Bailey who can use this, is it?
I'm up to my neck in trouble, but if there's anything you need, I'll do my damnedest to help.
It'll probably get worse before it gets better, Bailey.
Yeah, if it ever gets better.
Okay. I guess we can't turn this in yet? Nobody's in there. Udina's not even here right now. So I guess we'll just continue that main mission. And then hopefully we come across that scan along the way. So yeah, let's get on out of here. Weird. I guess there's just areas that we... Unless it's in the docking bay. Kind of like last option.
Now arriving at docking bay D24.
Nobody here.
Suggests that the entire Batarian hegemony has been destroyed by an unknown force.
Nobody to talk to here.
So, you're just silent. War's over.
Fortified holding zones until strike teams clear an area. Then we come in and set up medical bunkers and supply depots. And then the main fleet comes in to occupy.
I'm not wearing commando leather, honey. What does that mean?
We'll be perfectly safe. They don't put engineers on the front lines.
But you won't be able to talk to us.
Whoa, Keeper, chill. Okay, yeah, let's get out of here. At least we got that conversation with James. That was nice. I don't think we would have gotten that otherwise. So, let's go ahead and get out of here. Hit the mass relay. And rescue the Turian Primarch. Hopefully this opens up some stuff for us. Maybe even get us another party member. Who knows? Oh, we got an actual fuel depot here. Really? It's like nothing to scan here? I mean, to be fair, there is the fuel depot here. Okay, let's do it. Monet, Palavin's largest moon has been shrouded in secrecy since the dawn of the Turian space age. During the Krogan rebellions, the hierarchy classified nearly all data on Menet and its sister moon Nanus, because they feared the Krogan could use the moons as weapons by smashing them into Palavin's surface. However, some information has leaked out. Images of Turian bases where personnel walk without envirosuits indicate advanced infrastructure, likely a network of subterranean tunnels with powerful Mass Effect field generators that retain heat and atmosphere over swaths of the surface. The Reapers' plans for bombarding the bases were met with fierce resistance by the Turian fleet and the moon's anti-aerospace defenses. With their easy victory stalled, the Reapers deployed a variety of ground units to take the bases one at a time. The Turians have the advantage on the moon, but the Reapers have the patience to slowly grind them down. With every base captured, the Reapers deny the Turian fleet another place to repair or refuel. We can't use them yet. Okay, so info, you have power recharge speed, which I like. You have weapon damage. And shields, which I like the shields. We'll give you a new outfit. We'll give you a new outfit too. Check out the new outfits. Alright, let's do this. Hopefully this opens up some slots in the getting rid of the heavy pistol makes me nervous. But hopefully this opens some slots in the Citadel or something. Because this is like a Primarch, right? We'll keep those. This stuff looks good. Yeah, I think we're good to go. We are using Overload a lot. Increased damage. Against heavier enemies, the increased damage could be really nice. With 60% less damage. I think I'm gonna go damage here. Like I said, if we don't like it, we can always change it. You don't have enough. You don't have enough. Let's see what's going on. Whoa. Head on with the Reapers. The Turians do have the strongest fleet. That's wild. Armor looks cool.
Oh no. No. Palaven.
We have an old friend there.
Holy hell. They're getting decimated.
Is that where Garrus is?
Strongest military in the galaxy, and the Reapers are obliterating it.
Was it like this on Earth?
Yes.
Shepard. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Commander, the LZ's getting swarmed.
James, open that hatch.
Clear the landing zone. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're out of ammo?
All right, get in, get out. Let's move.
Dude, maybe Garrus is here. That would be sick. Okay. Dude, we ran out of ammo way too quick. Should we be looking around? Gave us 100. Okay, yeah.
Soldier, which way to your commanding officer?
Straight ahead and around the corner, past the first barricade.
Dude, are these guys gonna be happy that humans are helping them out? I hope so. Ooh, here we go. 1250 credits, we'll take it.
That Reaper is enormous.
Saw bigger ones on Earth. A whole lot of them.
Okay, can't drop down. Dude, these areas are really open.
Hold your fire! Friendly inbound!
Wow. Dude, is Garrus here? I'll be so hyped. Look at the planet.
The reinforcements haven't arrived.
Ground to port. Knowledge of the terrain is our only advantage here, and that's not going to last forever if they keep throwing their forces at us. We'll hold this area as long as we can. I'm linking my transponder to the life signal monitoring system of the unit's suits. If it goes out, send another unit here ASAP.
Men I command to West Airfield, do you read? Nothing, sir. Not even static.
Try them again.
We've been getting nothing.
That's an order.
Ooh, sniper. Less weight, better capacity, less damage. I still want to try... I want to try this particle rifle, but... Let's go sniper and heavy pistol. It's got more shots.
Domestic, get your men up on that north barricade.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Bartis, find a way to get that comm tower operational.
Sir.
General?
Commander Shepard, heard you were coming, but I didn't believe it. General Corinthus.
I've come to get Primarch Fedorian.
Primarch Fedorian is dead. His shuttle was shot down an hour ago as it tried to leave the moon.
That's gonna complicate things. How bad is it, General?
We just lost about 400 men in half an hour. We set up camps on this moon as an advanced position to flank the enemy. A sound strategy. Just...
irrelevant.
Exactly. The sheer force of the Reapers seems to make them immune to that sort of tactic. The Primarch and his men found that out the hard way.
I'm sorry. I hear he was a good man.
And a friend. He would have been an outstanding diplomat.
So what happens now?
The Turian hierarchy provides very clear lines of succession.
Right. General Corinthus?
With such heavy casualties, it's hard for me to be certain who the next Primarch is. Palaven Command will know. However, at the moment, contacting them is impossible. The comm tower is out. Husks are swarming that area. We can't get close enough to repair it.
Don't worry, General. I'll get your tower operational.
Thank you, Commander. I'll take care of things on this end.
All right, let's go.
Wow. I wasn't expecting him to be dead.
Tower, to the left of the main barricade in front of Palaven.
Let's go.
Is there anything else in this area?
Sir, shuttle carrying the fighter mechanics has not arrived. How many fighters are MIA? 29, sir. Only critical. Every serviceable fighter
Yes, sir.
in the air. ASAP. Got it?
Pistol piercing mod. Nice. Oh, we get a weapon bench right here. Allows bullets to pierce. Reduce damage. Increasing shot penetration. So that just makes it better against, like, armor, yeah? It says reduces damage. I don't know how I feel about that. Increases accuracy and helps aim through smoke. Stability enhancing scope increases accuracy while moving and taking damage. Highlights targets through smoke. Increases damage by 15%. Lengthens barrel, creating damage, bullet velocity. Greater bullet velocity and impact. Cool. I guess we'll try this. Might as well see how it works. It doesn't say it reduces damage. Shoulder pad. Take it. Pistol magazine upgrade. 2,500 credits. Is it for this pistol? Increases rounds per magazine by 40%. Increases magazine capacity, allowing more shots before reload. Yeah, we'll take it. Is that where we gotta go? I think so. I was really hoping to see Garrus here.
Up and on your left. This is the main barricade.
Medkit. Commander Hexnar supplies. They sent us winter gear. Not sure what they thought we'd do with that kind of gear here, but I suppose we should thank the spirits nonetheless. The power sources can be cannibalized and converted to power our combat gear's filtering units instead, at least. It'll be nice not to have those clogging up anymore. Greaves. This is where we go? Yes, it is. But before we get into this, if you're not interested in the Daily Codex, then I hope to see you next time. If you are, let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, we read those, so ships and vehicles.
Cerberus built the Normandy SR-2 as a second-generation version of the Alliance frigate SSV Normandy after the Collectors destroyed the original. The SR-2's many alterations produced a craft nearly double the original size, requiring an even larger Tantalus drive core to compensate. Its state-of-the-art Kodiak shuttle can make landings the original Normandy could not attempt. The Enhanced Defense Intelligence, an AI known colloquially as EDI, coordinates many of the ship's combat functions, assisting and even supplanting human piloting. The Alliance has recently appropriated and refurbished the SR-2. In addition to tight beam communicators, the Quantum Entanglement Communicator, QEC, provides instantaneous contact with Alliance Command. Originally created to covertly insert Alliance Marines into hostile environments, the UT-47 shuttle has since been sold to allies, recovered by enemies, and had its specifications stolen by spies. In one form or another, this durable transport is now used in all corners of the galaxy. A-model Kodiaks feature a front-mounted mass accelerator cannon that can be used in an anti-vehicular role. Since the shuttle lacks proper gun ports, soldiers often open the side hatch to fire on enemies. This is discouraged in Alliance manuals since it exposes the interior to return fire. Flying the 47A during atmospheric combat requires considerable skill. The pilot must reduce the vehicle's mass for speed and handling, while maintaining enough mass to resist recoil, incoming fire, and inclement weather. More than one pilot has overstressed the Kodiak's field generator and ended up on the battlefield instead of above it.
Oh, geez.
Asari-made Solaris armor can resist even the tremendous heat and kinetic energy of starship weapons. The armor is nearly unsurpassed in strength because its central material, carbon nanotube sheets woven with diamond chemical vapor deposition, are crushed by mass effect fields into super-dense layers, able to withstand extreme temperatures. That process also compensates for the diamond's brittleness. Diamond armor itself has two limiting disadvantages. First, while nanotubes and CVD diamond construction have become cheaper in recent years, it remains prohibitively expensive to coat starships or aircraft larger than fighters in Solaris material. Second, the armor must be attached to the ship's superstructure, so shock waves from massive firepower can still destroy the metals beneath the armor itself. A popular misconception holds that the diamond composition of Solaris armor gives it a sparkle. In fact, atmospheric nitrogen impurities during the super-hot forging process give the armor a metallic gray or yellow sheen.
Okay.
Cyclonic barrier technology, CBT, attempts to solve the higher-end limitations of traditional kinetic barriers. Traditional barriers cannot block high-level kinetic energy attacks, such as disruptor torpedoes, because torpedo mass effect fields add mass. The CBT violently slaps aside rather than halting incoming linear force. By rotationally firing their mass effect field projectors, ships create rapidly oscillating kinetic barriers instead of static ones. Shooting through the CBT is like trying to shoot at a target inside a spinning ball. Significant drawbacks to current CBT configuration prevent its use on anything other than frigates and fighters. Its many high-frequency sensors and emitters require frequent maintenance and replacement. A partially damaged CBT can endanger its operator, who is surrounded by rotating mass effect fields, skewing in unpredictable directions. Fortunately, if an emitter is damaged, the CBT corrects to become a traditional shield array, a safety feature that makes it most effective during opening volleys.
Okay.
After the Battle of the Citadel, human and Turian volunteers spent 3 months clearing the station's orbit of debris. During the cleanup, the Turians secretly salvaged Sovereign's powerful main
remember
gun,
reading this.
along with much of the weapon's Element Zero core. 11 months later, the Turians introduced the Thanix, a scaled-down version of the weapon. The Thanix's core is a liquid alloy of iron, uranium, and tungsten, suspended in an electromagnetic field powered by Element Zero. The molten metal, accelerated to a significant fraction of the speed of light, solidifies into a projectile as it is fired, hitting targets with enough force to pierce any known shield or armor. The gun can fire reliably every 5 seconds. The weapon's relatively small size allows it to be mounted on most fighters or frigates. It is now widely used by the Alliance military and is the primary weapon on the refurbished Normandy SR-2.
Very nice.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain.
Hey, that's our helmet.
Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of in utero exposure to Element Zero. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Okay.
When subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed Element Zero, or EZO, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel. EZO is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star. Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources. Humanity discovered refined Element Zero at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create mass effect fields and develop FTL travel.
Very cool, man. Very cool. All right. Well, as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.